Well, I will do anything that makes sense. First of all, when there is a big developer that is trying to develop a building in an area that is not in your district, it does affect anybody. Anybody surrounding that area is affected by it. Nothing should be given to him unless the neighborhood council of your district is involved. The community has to be involved. It involves people coming in, having cars, traffic, and nothing should pass unless we have all in agreement to this project. It cannot be done just by one-sided. It has to be a community effort.
Yes.
One thing that I reject, and I'm sure many would agree with, is that the City Council has a 15 mayors approach to it, and each council member gets to be the lord over their district. I reject that notion, and one of the things I want to go there to do is use the bully pulpit of the Planning and Land Use Committee and of my council district to fight for the rights of the residents that are affected by projects in an adjacent district. It doesn't seem fair to me that we operate this way at City Hall. One thing I can say about me is I've never run for office before. I'm not a professional politician, and I can be very independent because I'm not going to run for any other office. I've signed a pledge. This is the only office that I will run for.
Yes. The question is for Mary, David, Michael, and Tamar. Do you support any changes to Proposition 13? And if so, what changes? Mary?
Well, as someone who voted for Prop 13 and is part of the Howard Jarvis Amendment, Prop 13 protects our most vulnerable citizens, and those are our citizens that are on fixed incomes and that are retired. So my answer is absolutely no. I would not support any changes to Prop 13. It undermines our most stable population, and that is our retireds and our homeowners that bought years ago at a time when property cost less but is now worth more. And that changes as soon as the property is sold. So if the city can't wait for that rollover, they need to do something, and that's
Thank you. Thank you. Next. John, who's next?
David?
You know, out of all the things in the city right now that we're facing, and to be asked at this thing, that's a state issue. I don't even want to answer that question right now, to be honest, and I just don't want to answer that right now at the city council election.
Michael?
Thank you. Yes, I would like to devote the time of this meeting to focusing on city-specific issues and not state issues, the issues that we will be working for you on. I do not support changes to Prop 13, but that is not what you're electing me to do. You're electing me to represent you at City Council and work on the city issues. We have many more pressing things on City Council to discuss than what's going to happen to Prop 13. We can offer election reforms like clean money elections, which I am dedicated to and have been working for years. Thank you very much, because that's the solution that makes all the other solutions possible. Just as the corruption of the big money at the top and the mayor's political machine causes all the problems, clean money elections, which offers public funding for the grassroots campaign.
Thank you.
Tamar?
Prop 13 applies to both residential and commercial property. I don't support any changes to Prop 13 as it applies to residential properties. I think there is an interesting argument out there about how it applies to commercial properties, and I would be willing to have that conversation.
Okay, with that we're going to go to the lightning round. That's going to be operated by Matt Epstein. There are red and green signs. Could everyone take one and pass them down? And what we're going to do is called the lightning round because we're going to ask, Matt's going to ask questions and ask them to put up either a green or a red sign, yes or no. And please keep it up below, like below your chin, so we can have it taped and available on YouTube. And don't wait for your neighbor to
give out the answer. But don't block your face because we want to see your face. Okay, Matt, you're in charge.
Thank you. First of all, as I saw some of the candidates up here opening the windows because they're kind of on the hot seat. Sherman Oaks is a hot town, and
we don't have seats either.
Yeah, you have seats back here if you guys want to sit down. If you don't have the guts to stand up. The reason that we're doing this yes and no, and we're asking you to hold in front of you, is that it's possible that one of you is going to win this election. And when you do, we're going to actually hold you to it. A lot of battles have been won and lost here in Sherman Oaks. And so we're actually going to hold you accountable when you're in office. And then if you're not accountable, then there will be another election. So thank you very much for all of you guys and gals. You've got terrific chutzpah for coming up here, and we appreciate it. The first question, do you support the expansion of Fashion Square? And if you guys could just hold on for about 10 seconds because we're scanning, we're coming across. So just hold it up until it scans across. Hold it up. Okay. The next question. Can the adverse impact of the expansion of Fashion Square be adequately mitigated? Can the adverse impact of the expansion of Fashion Square be adequately mitigated? I didn't write these. Okay. When you're done with it, would you just give me some kind of sign?
I didn't get tomorrow's and I didn't get pulled.
Okay, hold those up.
So they have to hold it for 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds, Matt.
Do you support the expansion of Sherman Oaks Hospital?
Sherman Oaks Hospital?
This is the next question. Do you support the expansion of Sherman Oaks Hospital?
Okay, why isn't he holding it up?
If he doesn't hold it up, he doesn't have an opinion on it. Just stand by and do it for 15 seconds. Zumadog with no opinion. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, the next question. Should the Ventura-Cahuenga corridor, can you folks be quiet back there? Should the Ventura-Cahuenga corridor specific plan be open for revision?
Oh, wait, no. I wanted to hear your bias, but no.
You know what's fun with this? I gotta just tell you, what's fun with this is the politicians in general, not all of these guys, but politicians in general have a very tough time just saying yes or no. Isn't this kind of interesting? You like this, Paul?
Yeah, exactly. If I can interrupt, we really need these two cars moved, so please step forward. Ruben Lucero and John or Kathleen Leon. Okay, if you gotta move these cars, you're going to be paying a tow bill. Thank you.
All right. Okay, here's the thing.
How did they know the names of the owners of the car? Good job. Good job.
Yeah, actually, I think this one over here has the better answer for that. This is a Catholic school, and they answer to a higher. Okay, this is a follow-up. Does everyone remember what the last question was, candidates? Okay, great. Will you grant major exceptions to the specific plan?
Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Okay.
All right. Do you support density bonuses for affordable housing?
Hold up the signs till...